thank you for tuning in and such. So come on, Mark, we've had your paper now. Talk to us about Cumbria.
Cumbria? It's miles away. I'm in Cornwall. Why couldn't this thing have taken place in Devon? It wouldn't have taken so long to get there. Cumbria, wow, you know what? I've never been. I've been through it, and I've been working in the theatres. So when I get there, it's dark. When I leave, it's dark. But actually going there and experiencing, just taking in the vibes of being in the place, it was actually quite, it was quite emotional. It was quite emotional.
Very.
Quite.
Yes.
Very emotional. It really had an impact on me. But as Leah's just said, the people are so friendly. They all want to give you a hug. Now, that might be because it's so damn cold up there. I don't know. But they are so, so, so friendly. And they all seem to know what you're doing there. They know your name. They know, they come up, I mean, they came up to me in the museum. They come up to me exactly, they knew exactly who I was. They knew exactly what my role was. And they were full of questions. They were full of like, you know, how's it going along? You know, are you happy with it so far? When do you think it's coming out? And all that kind of stuff. Everyone's so friendly and so supportive. And it's actually quite mesmerising. As Leah said, that they are so friendly. I mean, I'm lucky in that respect because I live in Cornwall, and the Cornish are known for being, you know, friendly. But it was such a weird. The weirdest thing for me was I was when I was filming there in October 2019. I was really ill. I had an antibiotic, and I was due for it, and I went to get a pint of milk, and I said to Steve, not that Steve, but the Steve that Steve's just been talking about, the guy in the museum.
From the museum,
there was nobody else in the museum. And I said, where's the nearest place for me to get a pint of milk, because I need this antibiotic? He said, go ahead, go there, that way, blah, blah, blah. I went off, and as I got to this place, I realised that I saw the church, I saw St John's Church, and I thought that's where she is. I've already been there because I was there that June. So I went to this shop. I got a pint of milk. I come back and I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll go and say hello to Lucy. I knew roughly where she was. An eye line with a wall and a lamppost. I knew roughly where she was. So I got my telephone out and I started making a video. I said, I'm here, got me a pint of milk and I'm having an antibiotic. And I've come to say hello to Lucy. And she's here somewhere, and it died. My phone died. I thought, oh, great. Okay, never mind. I went back to the museum. I said to Steve, have you got anything to charge this up? No, we ain't got nothing to fit that. I want to phone home because the vet, my dog had an accident that morning. I want to find out how the dog is. He said, he said, if you know your landline, he said, you're welcome to the phone. He said, read the number off on the answer phone and give you back. So I've done that. I phoned home. Dog was fine. Everything's tickety-boo. I go back to the hotel, which was, what was it, Broughton Crags or something? Is that what it was called? Something Crags?
Yeah, Broughton Crags,
go back to the hotel. The first thing I do is I think I better charge my phone up so I can phone home. This was about 10 o'clock at night. Make sure everyone's all right. I plugged the phone in, and it's an iPhone. And you know, like how when it's completely flat, it shows you a picture of a charger cable, then it dies, right? It didn't do that. It sprang to life with the numbers to enter the number in, and it said it had 77% power. And yet it shut down at Lucy's grave. Explain that.
One cannot. I can't explain a lot of things, Mark. You know, there's been an awful lot of things.
I was just going to say.
And funnily enough, that was the night before we done the funeral. That was the day before we done the funeral. It might explain why I was such a mess that day we done the funeral. Because that played on my mind all night.
Even the biggest skeptic, Andy, said that was an emotional day. So
yeah,
it was very emotional. When you've got chapel filled with children and young adults who are descendants of the people who would have attended that 140 years ago, and you've got the vicar and you've got the reverend speaking the same words that were spoken 140 years earlier, and you've got a coffin with Lucy Sands written on it, and then you've got a young Emily singing. It was hellishly really, really emotional. Yeah, it was